Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. This is RCB, aka Rocket Catchin' Bob. Today we're going to be going over TCAT and also looking at personalities of this play and maybe how you can take advantage in the future and make some money. So let's kind of start by going over, let's go over the daily chart. I think that's where we should start here. That's probably the best. So what we see here is it is currently in a downtrend, or at least it was. You're drawing from wick to wick here. You see there's a downtrend, and off the daily, this is actually starting to kind of turn right here. It's actually on the 50 SMA perfectly, and the downtrend is kind of coming to an end. It's starting to kind of flatten out and curl a little bit. If you look back a couple days ago, you'll see, I'll show you that in a second actually. You'll see that it actually made a nice little pop here to about 24s, but give us a second here. Let's also look back and see if this thing does actually make this move, such as breaking this downward resistance and holds this 50. Where should we, think that it can go to? And the first line of resistance is right here at 30 bucks, and I'll show you exactly why. Previously, maybe like a few weeks ago, this thing spiked to 74. Pulled all the way back down to about 31s, and then came back down to 30s. You can see here that it just had problems, breaking this support area. $30 continued to hold. It got really close here. 31 bounced back up, came back down to about, a little bit under 30, but it wicked out, and it held that whole number psychology. And at that point, I'm starting to think, this is going to be a good support. If you played in this area, that's what you're thinking. So later on down the road, since it was a support, now you have to know that this is a resistance. So of course we're breaking this downtrend, we're starting to curl, and then we're going to go up to here. This is going to be a very big zone. So let's go through what happened a couple days ago and what put it on our radar. So we know that NFTs were hot a few weeks ago, and this was an oversold play. The market's kind of been dreary, and everyone's kind of looking for something, right? Not much going on out there, so everyone's just sitting there waiting, and everyone knows NFT plays at this point. At least TKAT has kind of made an impression in people, so they'll remember it. So later, or like a few days ago, we actually see that this actually pushed from about $19 to $24, and then it kind of consolidated, fizzled out a little bit, and then actually had the whole day to really consolidate and find itself some support, and it didn't really fall anymore. It just kind of kept holding. So today it actually made a very, very nice move. So let's kind of show you what we saw in the stock. So let me just draw this real quick. I think that there was some pretty good support line that I went off of, an uptrend. Actually, give me this one instead. There's a nice little uptrend here that we were playing off of somewhere during the day. If you guys watch our streams on twitch.tv, we had drawn the support line probably somewhere in this area about 1050s, but I'll explain how you play that here in a second. But mostly, we're looking for kind of a personality, something that we can kind of go off of in the future and how we can take advantage and make money off this. If you look here at about $25 whole number, it's a good psychological number on these plays. You see it pushes all the way up to 25. It actually hit my scanner, and I think everyone started talking about it. Social media, Discord chat rooms, everyone was getting hyped that maybe something was going to finally go. So here you see two tops. So we get a double top, comes back down, consolidates a little bit, comes back under these lows, but it actually holds. It doesn't just drop off like previous plays have. So just take that as your first personality. This is something I want to look for in the future. Will it do something similar? It comes back up, actually does this spike, right? There's your first instance, and then it comes back again, second spike, and your third. And now it's kind of doing the same idea where it's kind of spiked, double topped a bit here, and now it's consolidating again. It actually went back a little bit below where it had previously been, consolidated, did the same thing as the first, where actually it jets right back up. It gets a nice big green candle, gets volume. If you look over here, it does the same thing. It actually pushes back up, gets volume, and this resistance is starting to break. So it actually pushes perfectly. So in this instance, I think I drew somewhere in this area, I drew an uptrend line, and I said to myself, hey, if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to risk off of this trend line, and I want to take advantage of these personality traits that it has. And we kept going upward. The one thing I did know also in the back of my mind was $30 was a huge, huge resistance, because it previously showed you on the daily that it was a support that got broken. So with this uptrend getting closer and closer, if you look at time of day, we're really close to lunch. It's like 11:40, 11:45. The market's a slow market that I would say we're in. So what are the chances that we're actually going to break this 30? For me, I'd say it was pretty slim, because you have to take in effect that, you know, people are going to leave for lunch. People have already been riding this all the way up. They want to take profits and leave and go get lunch themselves. And just in general, the whole number resistance at lunch, we need a lot of volume to get past that number. So here you actually see that it breaks this trend line, and later on, I think it just fizzled out for the rest of the day, didn't it? Yeah. But, I mean, taking advantage of the personality traits that we saw here with the double top, come down, pop up, another double top, maybe even triple top, consolidate, pop. Just always look out for stuff like this in the future. Look out to see if there's other plays that maybe are doing ABCD patterns over and over throughout the day, right? You get like a first big spike, comes back down, you know, holds half of that spike, and then kind of consolidates a bit, and then just pushes up, right? And then maybe later on, let's just say lunchtime is between 11 and 1 or something like that, comes back 1:30, you actually see it consolidated, and then 1:30 it actually gives another spike, holds half of it, consolidates, gives you the perk, and then does another ABCD looking pattern, right? So any personality or pattern that kind of sets up one time, look for it again. I feel like I've seen this kind of happen lately, where these things are just showing us the same pattern over and over again. And I think this is how you can make a lot of money in the market. You just have to be aware that they're actually there. TKAT was a beautiful one. Let's kind of look at some other plays too. Maybe other advantages you could have taken today was some sympathy plays. And if you don't know what a sympathy play is, it's something that's in the same sector that kind of follows the leader. So in the instance here, we talked about on previous videos, TKAT has two of them that I like to play off of. One of those is OCG. So if we look over here at 10 o'clock, it pretty much jumped just right alongside TKAT, right? Let's look at the 1 minute. So let's just say, I say 10:03 is where they got this big spike. It got a lot of volume. So let's kind of look back and see what TKAT did. 10:03. 10:03 right here. Starts getting a big spike. Gets a lot more volume. So what's happening here is everyone knows that this play is the leader. So what people do is maybe they miss this $24, like they missed it. This thing's already like gone, right? You don't want to go chasing it now. It's too late. So of course people come over here. They say, well, let me get OCG while it's cheap. Or if they missed out OCG, maybe they're like me today. I went to YVR. I was like, hey, I'm late, but I want to make sure I get in. YVR. All right, so 10:03, here we are. Gets a nice spike, just like the others, and nice volume at the bottom. So there's a few things you can take from this video. And one of those things is just knowing sympathies, knowing kind of sectors that move together. Also the personalities of the actual ticker itself. Maybe just chart setups, chart patterns throughout the day to kind of give you that edge you might need to play. You know, if you're playing like this ascending triangle look here, that if it breaks, maybe you want to buy the breakout. And then if you breaks and you buy it here, it's $27.05, whatever it is, and it breaks back down to 26.50s, you know you probably got to get out. And there's a lot of different strategies, and we'll go over those in other videos. But for now, I hope you learned something from this video. Please if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. You guys can also find us live every day, Monday through Friday, on twitch.tv/RocketCatchandBob. where we basically answer a lot of the questions for everyone. We teach every single day and try to help you guys become better traders. So we'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much.